Well, here's video number 3. Wanted to talk about the EPIK orientation and what went on during that week, and that would pretty much take me up to present day with the video blogs. So I believe I talked about getting to the orientation site in Daejeon. I think I said Daegu in the last video, but it's actually Daejeon. Long bus ride, we're all sleepy. We get there, we have to unload our bags and whatnot, and I get my room number. My roommate's already there, so I just need to go there. We only had one key per room. Excuse me, everyone only had one key per room. So I had to go find my room on the second floor, and apparently it was connected to a second building, but there is no walkway from the second floor to get there. And no one was giving me the most clear of directions, I think, on how to get there. But when I did get there to my room and met my roommate, it turns out he's this badass South African guy with an awesome accent. So me and him hit it off. Similar personalities, both pretty friendly. Both aware of each other's habits and not getting in each other's way. It was pretty awesome. It's probably going to be a lifelong friend. But let's see. Medical check was the next morning, and we were told on the way over that we cannot drink or eat anything, including water, from 10 p.m. and past until we're done with the medical check. So I'm sure a lot of other people experience this too, but did the 14-hour flight. The airline, the servers barely gave us any water. I could have drank juice or something, but I needed water. That's what you drink when you are low on fluids. So, peeing brown already, and then I can't drink water for another 12 hours. So the first part of this test is a urine test. You have to pee into a cup, and it just wasn't going to happen. No fluids. Well, actually, I did number 2, and usually when we do that, number 1 comes out as well. So I had nothing to contribute to this cup. So me and someone else had to wait around the water cooler for 30 or 40 minutes, just sipping on water, trying to get something flowing. And me and him were the last 2 guys, and the girls' line was backed up. So the girls were directed to use the men's room. So here's us 2 guys drinking water, watching girls go into the men's room, and making me feel all self-conscious and stuff. I bet that's quite a story that one of them could tell. Probably more interesting for them than for me. But after the medical check, we had the rest of the night off. Or we had a quick meeting, then we had the rest of the night off. I'm going to refer to my notes here so I can remember what we did. My memory of the orientation is kind of centered around one thing. Well, really, for all but one day, we just had classes and lectures. And I know some people went out after hours. And oh, by the way, we had a 10:30 curfew because the group last year totally trashed the place, and no one paid for it. So the EPIK class this year had to suffer an absurdly early curfew. So some people didn't really care about that, and they went out anyway and had fun in Daejeon, a very nice city. We went to a Korean village. It says here, Chansam Farm Village. I'm pretty sure most Koreans don't even know what this place is or where it is. But basically, it's a little cultural expo, so to speak, in a very, very rural area. And it wasn't super exciting, but it was nice to visit. In fact, it was pretty nice to visit. We got to dye scarves, and like a dumbass, I left mine on the bus when we got back to our dorms, so I don't have mine or anything to show for it. We made little cell phone charms, and we made tofu out of bean curd. It was then we ate the tofu too. It was pretty awesome. So aside from that, there wasn't really a whole lot that was interesting as far as like the orientation schedule goes. There was a taekwondo class where a bunch of the other guest English teachers were sweating their balls off because they're out of shape. For me, since I trained and conditioned MMA for a little while, I sweat a bit, but didn't really get tired, didn't really pull anything, or otherwise be severely fatigued by it. Let's see. Well, can't really say that there's much exciting about it. And like I mentioned earlier, my memories of it is kind of skewed towards one thing, and that was the girl mentioned in the previous video. I will refrain from saying her name because I'm sure all the EPIK people who were at the orientation know who it is. And if you weren't there, I will tell you later if you message me. So on the last night, we go out, or I went out with a group, my first time out in Daejeon, and there's neon lights everywhere. It's crazy. I imagine it's like a little miniature version of Seoul. Kind of, and like, I'm guessing it's kind of like how being on the Strip is in Vegas, or being in Times Square. There's just lights everywhere and people everywhere. People are moving and everything's grooving. Very exciting. Went to a little bar called the Yellow Cab, and there's this drunk attaché there who was gone, wasted, like wasted. And it was only, I think it was 9 o'clock when I got there. So this guy was gone by 9 o'clock p.m. on a Monday. Maybe he has a really good life, I don't know. But that was pretty much it for the week there in Daejeon. I didn't do a whole lot, so I don't have much to talk about. I could talk about that special person, but that's probably boring for you. But anyway, next video will probably be about the first few days here. I know I did one about like my first arrival, which was kind of crummy, but things have gotten much better now. I told my mom about how bad the apartment is here, and then she phoned a friend in Cheonju who has a sister in Yeonwol here. So then her sister and her husband randomly find me, just like come into the house, and they're speaking in Korean. I can't really understand them. And then they whisk me away and feed me till I'm like stupid full and barely move. And then we go pick up some things that I need, like pots and pans and stuff. But I can make another video on that. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and clean some of these pots and pans. Annyeong.